Hey there, this is John Longenecker. Story rights are real important in the motion picture industry. One part of story rights is copyright. You should learn something about copyright, it's good for you. The University of Southern California School of Cinematic Arts has their own copyright policy. USC cinema film students should learn about U.S. copyright law. At one time I was a USC film student, and I made some short films while I was there. Now in 2008, I'm interested in what the USC cinema copyright policy is and what we can do to improve it. I did some research on USC copyright policy, and in 2007 they came up with a written document which states their policy, and it's effective in fall 2008. USC Cinema Copyright Policy. Well, USC gets to own the copyright to your short film if you use USC Cinema funds, equipment, the Screen Actors Guild agreement, or insurance. That's the key of the USC Cinema Copyright Policy. USC Cinema claims to own the copyright to your short film. Learn something about copyright. It's good for you. Turns out that nowhere in the U.S. copyright law does it mention USC funds, equipment, insurance policies, or the Screen Actors Guild agreement. The 2008 USC copyright policy has nothing to do with U.S. copyright law. U.S. copyright law flows from the United States Constitution and protects the rights of authors for their original works of authorship. Typically, the underlying rights to a short film are contained in the story, treatment, or script. It's a good idea for the author of a story, treatment, or script to send off a copy of his work to the United States Copyright Office for registration first, before production starts on a short film. Typically there's going to be a director and a producer and other crew members involved in a short film. So, note, the author of the story, treatment, or script is the copyright owner of the original work and has the exclusive right to do or authorize a derivative work like a short film. So the author can enter into an agreement or a deal memo with the producer, director, and film crew for a short film before start of production. A written agreement deal memo can set things right at the start of production. Learn to write up written agreements. They're wonderful and stop troubles later. One set of provisions in the USC Cinema Copyright Policy talks about short film distribution. The USC School of Cinematic Arts has set up an Office of Student Industry Relations. Those folks have knowledge and experience and contacts with regard to film festivals and internet distribution. They can also help guide a film student's career after USC. They also have knowledge and experience about rights and clearances. The current USC Cinema Copyright Policy document also mentions a fall seminar on rights, clearances, and distribution for new USC film students. It would be just terrific if U.S. copyright law was included in the seminar, and if USC cinema courses included U.S. copyright law information as part of the curriculum on an ongoing basis. The copyright policy document also requires that each new student sign the document. Thus, the author of an original work of authorship that's turned into a short film transfers the rights, the copyright, for the short film to USC. Whoops! I don't think that's a good idea. Learn something about copyright. It's good for you. Here's what the USC copyright policy states. In general, intellectual property in any work produced at USC that uses substantial university resources is owned by USC and protected under a USC copyright. Well, the university is protected and the USC Cinema School is protected by the copyright to the short film that the university claims to own. But the author of the original work has lost his copyright to the short film. He signed the USC copyright policy document. USC claims to own the copyright because the short film used substantial university resources. Turns out that using substantial university resources has nothing to do with U.S. copyright law. The USC copyright policy says that USC gets to own the copyright to your short film if you use USC Cinema funds, equipment, guild agreements, or insurance. Turns out that using USC Cinema funds, equipment, guild agreements, or insurance has nothing to do with U.S. copyright law. So in 2008, the USC School of Cinematic Arts has a cinema copyright policy. Turns out the USC Cinema copyright policy is not based on U.S. copyright law. U.S. copyright law is the law of the land. U.S. copyright law governs the activities of USC with respect to their copyright policy. U.S. copyright law protects the rights of an author. An author of an original work of authorship has exclusive rights. One of those exclusive rights is the right to do or authorize a derivative work. If you start with a story, a treatment is a derivative work. Then a screenplay is a derivative of the treatment. And a short film is a derivative of either the story, treatment, or screenplay. Learn something about copyright. It's good for you. That's it. Stay tuned.